and we are going to take the Integrity Commission to court.
That was Belize 6 years ago. This is Jamaica today, where the Prime Minister is asking the Supreme Court if he could take Integrity Commission to court for its decision. But why? You know what? Let's jet into this story. Welcome to Jet. So first and foremost, before we get into what is behind the Prime Minister taking the Integrity Commission to court, give thanks to Yahweh and to Yahushua. Yes man, a few days ago in this video, Jet evaluate the findings of the Integrity Commission report and discovered that it found very little, but many questions remained unanswered. Jet also found that a company that the PM is associated with appeared not to have paid any tax. This infuriated Jet because we do not like double standard. Yeah man, we don't love double standard. However, just a few days ago, Jet learned that the PM is taking the Integrity Commission to court for its decision. The question is, why? But before we get there, this was Belize a few years ago. Watch this.
It shows the incompetence, 2, the hypocrisy, and 3, that all they're trying to do is to deflect attention and trying to play politics. If they are serious, if the Integrity Commission is serious and the chair, Ms. Williams, then they need to ensure that all of us send in our reports as early, at the very least, 2012. And we are going to take the Integrity Commission to court. That is one of the, in one of the motions that we passed today, that we are going to take the Integrity Commission to court because we believe that they and the chair lady do not have the legal authority to determine or to instruct members of government.
In this case, they instruct another government department, but it is not unusual for government officials to take the Integrity Commission to court. Is this because it's incompetence, controversy, or to gag the commission from speaking out? Once again, Dean Jackson Miller is doing a good job in evaluating the current situation of the conflict between the Prime Minister and the Integrity Commission's decision. Opposition leader in the House sought to challenge with an order but was slapped down by the Deputy Speaker. Yes man, why? This is hotting up.
Deputy House Speaker Roy Clark used Section 22(3) of the Standing Orders, stating that the motion being moved by Mr. Golding is out of order. He also used the UK Parliamentary Handbook Erskine May to state that matters before the courts cannot be raised in a motion.
The Prime Minister is trying to prevent the matter from going to the FID, which is the Financial Investigations Division, which is a government department that investigates financial crime and money laundering. They have the power and the teeth to go dig up all them man there. Yes man, and find out what go on. Now, does the Prime Minister action a cover-up or the Integrity Commission's decision a witch hunt? But what is a judicial review and why the Prime Minister filed for one?
The Prime Minister has filed an application for leave to apply for judicial review. So explain to us what's that all about.
All right, so judicial review basically is a legal process in which a litigant, such as the Prime Minister of Jamaica or any other litigant, can apply to the court seeking redress in relation to a matter that he feels aggrieved about. So, for example, in this particular case, he's saying that a certain decision was made in relation to the Integrity Commission or the Director of Investigations making certain pronouncements that the matter should be sent to FID.
But the FID is part of the government. So Brogard can say, "Your bridging over there, so just clear up the thing for me, no man." Yes, man. And say you no find nothing. The government investigate a member of the government who police the police. Now, the fact that the PM is trying to block this suggests that he is genuinely believe that the Integrity Commission oversteps its powers and is showing integrity himself, because all him have to do, if he's corrupt, is to tell him friend them to let him off. Come on, who the Minister of Finance report to? I think Broadgard is in a difficult place, because if he allows his government to investigate him and they let him off, then people would say it's favoritism. And if he tries to block it, as he's trying to do now, it's a cover-up. Boy, Andrew, you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. But who would like the FID to investigate the PM? Well, if you guess the PNP, you guess correctly.
From the Integrity Commission that the report should be sent to the Financial Investigations Division.
The letters ask us to support the submission of this to FID. But I think it would have been proper if the support was sought before it was submitted. It has already been submitted to FID, so why ask for support at this stage? Secondly, I don't believe it is within the remit of the Integrity Commission to submit such report to any other body except Parliament.
I've never heard of any instances where we have not accepted the recommendation.
Joke you have make Mr. Philip Screwdriver, as Sir P would often call him. Maybe not in Jamaica, but remember Belize?
We are going to take the Integrity Commission to court because we believe that they and the chairlady do not have the legal authority to determine or to instruct members of
Instances where we have not accepted the recommendations of the commission, and what Member Robinson and myself are seeking to do is to, in relation to that specific recommendation, and it is quite clear that it is an ongoing process, because when the FID does its investigation, I'm certain it will report back to the Integrity Commission, and after which we expect to get another report.
There are mixed reactions as to whether the Integrity Commission was correct in asking the FID to investigate the Prime Minister.
Did the Commission go wrong in sending the report to Parliament in the way it did, Senator?
Yes.
Okay. Clyde Williams?
We wanted a complete report, not an incomplete one.
That's a yes?
It's qualified.
Okay.
It's qualified.
Okay. Matanda Makulo?
I think not. My answer is no.
So let's hear what the experts are saying in their respective field, explaining why they gave the answer they give. Watch this.
The Integrity Commission has a certain amount of discretion to work and cooperate with other bodies, public bodies and otherwise. Though they haven't called it an interim report, that's how I've read it. Because I've read it that way because of what the chairman has also said in his letter when he said, no question of certification will arise until FID is completed its work. I don't know the nature of the memorandum of understanding between FID and the Integrity Commission. But when I saw it, I recognized that they had not acted on some of the big issues, the tax compliance issues with the companies, the questions of whether the amount of monies in bank account of companies, whether the investigator saw any capacity to earn such monies. Those are things I understand him to be saying outside of his scope of time and also resources, hence the reference to the referral to recommendation to the commission to send it on to FID. So it is in that context that I read the thing as an incomplete, inconclusive report. I find that unfortunate because all of us in this society waiting for, and as Shireen said, you expect when investigations come that when you send the report it will be complete. But when I read it, I realized it is incomplete because more than 3/4 of the report no ruling has been made on about 3/4. The compliance issues with the tax, the question of the earning capacity of the companies in relation to the monies they have in their account, the question of whether or not the Prime Minister used monies in a charity to buy some bonds in his name, partially funding and so forth and so on, the question of the conflict of interest with his business partner being chairman of these. So those things are the substantive things in the report, and they were all inconclusive. So I just concluded it was incomplete. And I was dissatisfied. But I don't think it is beyond the Integrity Commission under the law to send the report to FID.
Yes, man, I agree with Clyde Williams that the Integrity Commission's report read as if it is incomplete, and there appears to be that there is more work to be done and other agencies needed to get involved and try and come to the bottom of the matter. But the question still remains: what were the scope and the recommendations and the terms of reference given to the Integrity Commission to investigate the Prime Minister? And does the Integrity Commission go beyond its scope, and does it have the right and the power to pass the investigation to the FID to dig further? And I must admit that the report should not have been released then if it was incomplete and there were more investigations to be done. And those are some of the questions and the answers to which the court would have to give when the Prime Minister challenged this in court. Watch this space. Senator Golden Campbell says yes. So explain yourself, Senator Golden Campbell, as to why you think the Integrity Commission report has been completed and should not have been passed to other agency to complete a further investigation.
Senator Golden Campbell, why yes?
Yes, because they have sent a report to Parliament, meaning an investigation has been conducted, a report has been completed, and a report has been tabled. That signals the end of an investigation. That's what the Act tells us. The report does not indicate at any point in the report that this is an interim report, which they would have the ability to submit to Parliament under Section 36. What we have is the end of an investigation and a report detailing the findings and recommendations coming out of that investigation. To ask the Parliament, there are two things. To ask the Parliament, one, to support their referring a completed report, a report on a completed investigation to another body, is inappropriate for two reasons. Parliament has no such authority. The Parliament can't go around referring people for investigation. That is not within any of the powers of any of the 63 parliamentarians. And secondly, having landed the report, tabled the report in Parliament, the only thing that the Director of Investigations or the Integrity Commission can do is refer it to their Director of Corruption Prosecution for a ruling as to whether or not the declarant is to be prosecuted. There is no further action to take on it.
Senator Golden Campbell is saying that the Integrity Commission gone way beyond its scope by passing or asking other agencies to investigate, because that's not what the law says. The law says that once you've submitted a report, that is the end of the matter. And nowhere in the report did it say that the report was an interim report, an incomplete report. And therefore the Integrity Commission failed, or maybe possibly breaching the law, by asking other agency to investigate when it's already completed its investigation and no other agency should get involved. Yes, man, this is heating up, and there's plenty more to see and watch over the coming months, possibly years, I would suspect. And we would know our guan pan what a guan, whether the Integrity Commission are right or whether bro God right and say, listen, you say we have to say, end of the matter that I done the thing for done this, so nobody asks nobody if you investigate me. You should do your work, you done your work, and I eat that and I this the thing there. You hear that? Right. So we will see. But it is interesting to hear your views on the matter. Do you think the Integrity Commission failed in its duty to complete its work properly, and therefore this is just purely a witch hunt on the Prime Minister? Or do you think the Prime Minister is trying to cover his tracks, knowing that if the FID investigate him, they might dig up dirt and find something upon him, and him fearful, and him want to stop that and block that straight away so that nobody can really know the truth of the matter? What is your view? Write your comments below, man, and let's have a discussion about this. For those of you who've forgotten to subscribe, please remember to touch the like button, smash the subscribe button, touch up the bell, and remember to share with your friends and family. So here we are going now. We're going to jet off,